Well, we are here. We back, man. The Quarry, a video game, horror, cinematic, is like watching a movie while you play it. It's something that we don't really get too much of when it comes down to horror games. You know, it seems like it's lost its sense of horror, experience of how the way horror games supposed to be played, because you have to have a story mode that can build up, and in between it feels as if you're watching a cinematic preview or something that you've seen on television for a movie wise or in the theater wise. And that's what the Quarry presents. And you know something? While we speaking on the Quarry, I saw that the graphics were so stunning. It was so beautiful. And it was made by, the game developers over there at 2K. And I thought to myself, y'all, I said, let me do some research. So I did some research, and then I Googled, and I came across, and I seen that the Quarry was on, platforms, consoles of PS4, PS5, Xbox One, Xbox Series X. I'm thinking it was just going to be on just Xbox Series X alone. But other than that, Xbox Series X and PS5 only for the new gen consoles. But I'm seeing that it was for PS4 also and Xbox One. I'm like, for the graphic to be that great, and the best graphics I ever seen probably since, Call of Duty. I said, for it to be on old gen consoles and still look like that, what's the WWE 2K's excuse? I'll wait. Why haven't WWE 2K video games look anywhere near as beautiful as the Quarry's graphics? Because you would think the Quarry was just made only by new gen console. So what's the excuse? But anyway, so I came across that, and then I'm playing this game, and like I said, it feels like a movie, but at the same time, you interacting, and you're a part of it. It makes you feel as if you're in the camp with them. I said, man, I ain't played a horror game like this probably ever, that I give that great of a cinematic presentation the way the Quarry did. And seeing how Jacob's character was such a lame, such a square, and how Emma's character was such a thot, such a whore. It's just like how the way the characters were portraying, the people that were doing the voiceovers for these character animations for this game, they did a great job with the voiceover acting. It just made it that much more easier for you to get sucked in into the experience of what they were going through in this game when they had this camp. And by them being stuck and not knowing, I'm not going to give the game away, but I just want this, just to bring y'all in on, when you got graphics met with great gameplay, smooth, and a story that you can go back and replay over and over. Like, this is something that you can repeat and play, and then you can have a mode called a movie mode. And you can just watch the whole thing in this whole totality from the beginning, middle to the end without even having to play or pick up the stick to do anything. You just watch it, because that's how great the cinematic presentation was presented, throughout the whole game. And it's something other than like I've never seen before when it comes down to a story, when it comes down to a horror game at that. I said to myself on two things. I said that if this was a Jason game, this would be out of here. If the Quarry was a Jason game, because it seems as if it looked like from the front cover, it give off Friday the 13th vibes. If the main character was Jason, this would be more talked about than it should be talked about. Like, this should be talked about more. But because it don't have like a Freddy, or first and foremost the best slasher of all slasher, Michael Myers. If it ain't got like a Michael Myers or a Jason or Freddy name attached to the game, it's not going to be as promoted the way it should be promoted, because it doesn't have those main characters, those main horror villains within the game. It'd have been pushed a whole lot more than it was being pushed. A lot of people don't know about the Quarry because of that. So It just shows you the powerful effect of horror villains that we grew up seeing in these horror movies, as a Michael Myers and Jason, Freddy. So without that, it didn't get the push that I feel like it deserves, because this game has so much more to offer, and it feels like that you actually in it while you playing it and watching it at the same time. You know, it's like a triple threat. You know, you seeing and you feeling like you in it, that's one. And then you playing it at the same time, that's two. And then the third is just, you just getting like, it just feel like as if, again, I'm gonna add it again, like it feel like as if you in the game and you playing it at the same time while watching it. Okay, that's three. Playing it while watching correlates with two, and then, you know, feeling like that you actually in it being a third. That's what the Quarry, that's what it presents, man. It was just well, you could just tell that when you playing this game, that just they took their time actually making it. It didn't feel like it was rushed with the story plot. You know, everything seemed like it was just smooth. And that's another thing that I respect too about it. And I came across this because I was looking on the Xbox and I seen some Shoptober, if I'm saying that right. It's called Shoptober deals. And I wasn't even really looking forward to a game to play, really. I was just looking, you know, to just see all what they had to offer. And then when I'm on the Xbox, on the internet, Xbox, internet, whatever, and I see the Shoptober deals, and I'm looking on the list of games, and I skipped past it the first time because I was like, okay, I'm gonna come back to it if I come back to it or whatever. And I seen the Quarry, and I said, what's this about? So I looked at the trailer and I said, oh, the trailer blew me away, because I was like I said, with the cinematic presentation that the Quarry provides, it was so perfect and well detailed along with the graphics. It was like, damn, it was like WWE 2K need to be looking like this. And for it to be on old gen consoles too, why WWE 2K don't look nothing like how the way the Quarry look. The Quarry looks beautiful, visually beautiful. So I looked at this game and I said, it's a deal going on. I couldn't believe it, because it was the deluxe edition, not the standard, but the deluxe edition, you know, which is $79.99. The standard edition, $69.99. So I said, this is a horror game, as great as it looked like this with this cinematic approach. And I see that it's for $11.99. I said, it must be my birthday or early Christmas present. I'm finna jump on this right off the rip. So when I looked at it and I went on to Xbox.com, I'm seeing that it's only lasting for 15 days. I said, I'm glad I bought this just in time, because you only got 15 days and you saving $68. I said, this is crazy. And then for the game to be as great as it is, I was like, and I thought about it, and I was like, man, this was a game I was supposed to get last year, but I didn't believe in it, because it was like something new, and it's like, you know, when it's something new, and it's just like, you don't really know if you should get it, and then you see it again, you see the trailer, and it's like, and then you see that good ass deal. $11.99 for a $79.99 game. You see that good ass deal, you said, look, I'm gonna get this shit. But the trailer had already sold me, so no matter what, I was gonna get it regardless. But I was like, I should have got this last year. I'm like, I'm late. I'm 3 years late. This came out in 2022. So this is, I ain't gonna lie, man. Out of the horror games that I played, and I'm saying a lot because Alan Wake 2 was fire. A lot of people slept on Alan Wake 2. I'm letting y'all know right now, you play Alan Wake 2, I'm telling you. Except for the first part, the first beginning with that butt naked white dude in the Ford. The only thing you see is the back part of him, but it's still too much as it is. But other than that, like, the game Alan Wake 2 is fire, but I feel like the Quarry is better because the Quarry really sold off a horror feel. Alan Wake 2 is more like of a sci-fi, you know, fictional type of, you know, imaginary events type of thing going on in between. So it kind of like drew you out of the loop with it. It pulled you back in with the horror vibe. But I feel like the Quarry is better because it actually feel like a movie you watching while you playing it. And it's like, it didn't miss a beat. It actually looked like something you can watch and enjoy on TV as a real horror movie. And it didn't look, it just, it just sold you in, just drew you in throughout the whole time. It didn't have no like point to where it was like, okay, what they doing with this? Like Alan Wake had musicals in it. It was like, man, what they doing with this? But other than that, it was good. But it's like the Quarry all the way through, like it slowly pulled you in, and once you got in the middle, it was like attack all the way through. Like as far as like sucking you into the whole vibe of you feeling like you watching a horror movie. Like that build up is crazy. So I advise anybody to go and play the Quarry if y'all ain't played it. Hopefully they got the deal still going on because it's 15 days probably already passed already. So you probably have to play regular price. I just got lucky because I was like watching it one night and I was like saying to myself, I was like, man, you can't beat getting the game for $11.99, which is originally $7.99 price, and the deluxe edition on top of that with extra bonus content package with it. So it was like, I couldn't beat it, and it's something that I was glad that I invested in because it's really worth the $79.99 for the deluxe edition. It's a great game, as far as the story mode, everything, and the graphic details amazing. The water physics and half physics, and the movements was just superb, man. So shout out to the game developers over at 2K who made the Quarry, and hopefully they make another one, featuring Jason, or have Jason to be the main character or whatever. It don't matter. Make a Quarry 2. But Sensei's reality, I just had to share that with y'all. I'll let y'all again on the next video. Y'all know what it is. Y'all know what it be. Sensei's reality. One love. Peace.